plot thickens, boy, with boxing. I tell you, man, boxing is becoming, it is really, it's becoming its own soap opera, man. I think we should start calling, we shouldn't even call it boxing no more. We should call it either As Boxing Turns, or All My Boxers, or These Are the Days of Our Boxers. Something, man, because goddamn, man, it's always a spin or some new shit coming out of nowhere with boxing, bro. But here we are, man. WBC, Mauricio Suleiman, they have pretty much came out and said they are pushing for Keith Thurman to be another mandatory for Errol Spence Jr. with a WBC belt. As you already know, Jerron Boots Ennis is, Bozy is pushing for Jerron Ennis to be Boots, for him to be Errol Spence IBF mandatory. Really interesting, man, because, I mean, it's not like Errol, I mean, what, are we going to have Errol fight Jerron and Keith Thurman in the same night? Or how about just put Errol and Jerron in the belt, Jerron and Boots in the same, put them in the same ring with Errol. Let them fight them, you know, all three of them get it on like a Royal Rumble or some shit. We do that. I feel a little ways about that, man. Number one, y'all already know how I feel about Errol Spence fighting Keith Thurman. I always thought that, listen, he fought everybody else. He fought Sean Porter. He fought Danny Garcia. Why not fight Keith Thurman? Now, Errol say, I'll never fight Keith Thurman because he didn't give me a shot when he had the belt. That's sucker talk. Sucker talk to me, bro. Fight that man. If you want to fight, give him. You want to knock his ass out? You think you can beat him? Knock his ass out. Knock him off. Get a bag. What are you talking about? We don't. This is boxing, bro. We're not doing that. So he say he's never going to fight Keith Thurman. Okay, then you got Stanionis from WBA. Stanionis stepped aside already. Will he do it again? Probably not, because why would he step aside? It's not like Errol is just yearning to fight Boots. He's not. So, more than likely the fight will be Stanionis. I don't think the IBF is going to move quick enough. The IBF is usually more strict than a lot of these others when it comes to this mandatory. But for some reason, right? For some reason, they ain't really moving like that with Spence, right? Wasn't Ocampo the last one? Why you not moving like that for Spence? Very interesting, bro. Real interesting. So here comes Suleiman with the WBC mandatory, Keith Thurman, because Keith Thurman's #1 in the WBC now. I find that strange, man. This is a guy in Keith Thurman, man. I mean, he only got one loss on his record. Keith Thurman is still relevant, man, as far as in terms of boxing. You know, it's his record and everything. He's still in the mix. Got that one loss to Pacquiao. That's his first time he ever been knocked down in his career. He got back up and did good, though. He did good in that fight, man. So Keith Thurman ain't no slouch. He ended up breaking Mario Barrios' nose in their fight. Didn't knock him out, but broke his nose and shit. But Keith Thurman, you know, he got on his bicycle a little bit too, because Barrios hurt him to the body. That is a common thing with Keith Thurman, and that will likely be the same thing if he fights Errol Spence. You know, but nonetheless, why wouldn't we want to see it, man? Why wouldn't we want to see it? So here's the thing, man. I think that they're pushing Keith Thurman out there, and it's kind of like as a way to keep Boots off of Errol, man. That's how I think, man. That's just what I feel, bro. A way to keep Boots off Errol. So keep introducing other mandatories and all of that, just so it can make it more difficult for Boots to get a shot. That's how I see it. Because Stanionis, man, I forgot where he ranked at the WBA, but why Boots should be the one fighting for those belts, man. If unification trumps mandatories, which is true, and Terrence Crawford would have been a unification fight, and that's not happening right now, then Boots is like right up there, bro. Boots is like number I think 1 or 2 the IBF. Him and Virgil is right there, bro. So why isn't that happening? We know Virgil is Golden Boy. It'll be easier to make a Boots fight because of the Showtime, right? And it'll be easy to make a Keith Thurman fight. And it was easy to make a Stanionis fight. All 3 of those are kind of like, especially Stanionis and Keith Thurman, they're stable mates. So that's easy to make those fights, right? So when you look at it from the Spence standpoint, you're like, okay, we got Stanionis, we got Boots, we got Keith Thurman. I really don't want to fight Keith Thurman. But I'm sorry. I really don't want to fight Keith Thurman. But so that means we got Boots and we got Stanionis. Boots is a fucking threat. I really don't think I want no problems with him, so I'll take Stanionis. Easy fight to make. Less of a threat. So yeah, I'll take the Stanionis fight. That's why we at where we at. Now the Keith Thurman fight, man. The Stanionis fight is not set in stone yet, I don't believe. So Keith Thurman could still be a possibility for Errol Spence, man. As much as Errol say he don't want to fight him, if he doesn't fight Keith Thurman, if he's forced to fight Thurman, if the Stanionis fight don't rock through, then he'll have to probably turn that belt over. And then say bye-bye to potential undisputed with Crawford in 2023. I don't think that shit gonna ever happen anyway, man. I don't think that fight ever gonna happen, man. I think it's Al Heyman. I think it's Al Heyman is the real problem. But a lot of these cats ain't gonna admit that. Even what's the name? So I've been saying that. Even though I was watching the Boxing Voice, the interview. Oh man, fucking what's the name, man? I'm having a brain freeze. Y'all know what I'm talking about. He was saying that it's Al Heyman holding up the fight, bro. Al Heyman is the problem, and he's always gonna be the problem. As long as these dudes is fucking with Al Heyman. So Al Heyman is the real problem from what I'm hearing, man. So the fight is never going to happen as long as Errol Spence is still fucking with Al Heyman in them, man. That's what he's saying. But just my take, man. Errol should fight him, bro. At fights, I want to see Keith Thurman fight Errol, man. Stanionis ain't as skilled as Keith Thurman, man. Keith Thurman, to me, would be more of a problem for Errol Spence than a Stanionis would, man. Keith Thurman ain't gonna be in the pocket with him and shit like that. He gonna be moving around a little bit more. Only thing with Keith Thurman is his body might be a little fragile, but Stanionis was getting hit by Buteyev to the body. He didn't like that either, but I would say to the body, Stanionis probably a little bit more durable than Keith Thurman, but I think skill-wise, man, hands down, Keith Thurman will give Errol Spence more problems than the Stanionis. Boots will give Errol Spence way more problems than the Stanionis, and they know this. When you really think about it, all of these dudes that Errol's supposed to be fighting, Terrence Crawford, Jerron Boutinez, Keith Thurman, all of them share similarities. They all can move around, they got good footwork, and they can all punch. Versus Stanionis, he's probably the least punch out of all 3 of those other guys, and he don't move around as much. Tailor-made for Errol Spence. Just my thing. Anyway, this your boy Rebel Life Boxing. Let me know what you think, man. Make sure you press that subscribe button, man. Share the vid and all that hot shit. Tune in for more dope-ass content. Before I go, I want to give some more channel shout-outs, man. Shout out to my man Mark Nash. Shout out to my guy E Thriller the Black Picasso. Shout out to Mac Mob. Shout out to my man Captain Full G. Shout out to Buckle Up Boxing, the Boxing Wave. I don't want to leave nobody out. Blood Boxing, IOTBA. All the dope channels, man. These are the real niggas right here. The real dudes that I fuck with. These dudes, like I said, my man Rashawn's Bout Town Boxing. Y'all sub to all these channels, man. These are the dudes that's on rotation, bro. On my YouTube rotation. You know how like you got an iPod and you got certain songs on rotation? That's how it is on my shit. I got these channels on spin. These are the old, I don't really listen to these other cats like that. I listen to the same 8 channels over and over again, bro. That's it. Because unless I'm trying to get topics, I listen to like a Fight Hype or like a Fight Hub or shit like that. Or I go read some websites and shit, get some news topics. Other than that, bro, I don't listen to nobody but them dudes, man. Them dudes I just, oh yeah, and DT3 the Boom Man. Shout out to him. That's it. Everybody I listen to is on my handfuls right here. I can count them on my 10 hands, bro. Those are the real channels, bro. And Troy Killam and my man Troy King. His channel was dope too. Shout out to Troy King. I fuck with him too. But I'm off this, man. I love y'all. Don't forget the 2,000 subscriber video, man. Y'all go. I'm gonna repost it to my community wall. Go drop a thumbs up and a glove. Any of y'all in the contest drawing is this Friday, tomorrow. So I'm gonna pick a first and second prize winner. It's your boy Rebel Life Boxing. I'll catch y'all later.